Chelsa, a guy who certainly has a place as a starting quarterback in the NFL, is Tom Brady. And he says, quote, I do think physically I'll still be able to do it. I just felt like there was still a place for me on the field. Well, yes, Tom, most people would agree with that. This is a guy who led the NFL in passing last year. And even at 45, feels like he has something to offer. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. It was interesting, though, that Bucs GM Jason Licht said yesterday there have been no discussions with Tom beyond this season. So it's 1 year at a time. Maybe this is the final year. We simply don't know. The Bucs are plus 750 to win the Super Bowl. Bills are plus 650. So the Bucs are the second favorite. Chiefs are 9-1. And then if you're looking at MVP odds, Tommy's right there. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, all 7-1. Brady to win MVP is 9-1. When it comes to Tommy, are there any bets you're willing to make?
I don't think so, just because I think the value is all gone. Because we all know, despite Tom Brady saying the biggest of understatements, still a place for me on the field. Yeah, Tom Brady led the league in passing last year. I think we all know that Tom Brady is fully capable of leading an offense, especially he's still on the Bucs, and it's still going to be a passing offense where he's going to pile up the yards. I think he does have a shot at MVP, especially when we talk about storylines mattering when it is an award that is voted on. I think Tom Brady is still very much liked, and what better storyline would there be? A guy unretiring at age, 43 or however old he is, coming back to win the MVP. That's a great story. But the problem is the competition is so stiff, because looking across the league, you've got Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, 2-time MVP. I'm not sure if he does it again, just because he doesn't have the host of receivers that he had in his past years. Also, Josh Allen. When is it his year? How many years are we going to come on the show and say Josh Allen's going to win MVP this year? Is it ever going to happen? Because
we're going to do it every year. We're going to do it every year. We're going to bet on Josh Allen every year until he finally wins the damn MVP. It's going to be a tradition on the show. We're going to lose money every year until he wins it. He's got to win an MVP, Chelsea.
A tradition unlike any other, us losing money on Josh Allen to win MVP. But the thing is, he's had good seasons. It's just a matter of some of these guys having better seasons. Because last year, the numbers all pointed to Aaron Rodgers. It doesn't matter if you didn't like the guy. And there were people who didn't vote for him just because they didn't like him. But still, his numbers were so overwhelming. But the thing about Tom Brady is he had that little stretch there where towards the middle of the season, he looked like he was very much in the race for MVP, but then he threw some picks against bad teams. I think it was like the Jets or something, and he fell out of the race. So if he can limit those picks, which, it's Tom Brady, it's the greatest quarterback of all time. He certainly has the ability to make adjustments, maybe tighten things up. I think he's definitely squarely in the race, but the odds reflect that. So there's just no value in it.
I think the most overrated quarterback in this race, not the most overrated quarterback, let me rephrase that. I think Aaron Rodgers at 7-1 is an awful bet. If you look at the receivers he is saddled with now, and I say saddled for a reason, compared to what he had, he has Sammy Watkins, he has Alan Lazard, he has Randall Cobb. These are okay receivers, but he went from having one of the best receivers in the NFL, and now they're relying on a couple guys who've been used up and a draft pick, which has been an issue in the past for the Packers. I just don't believe that Aaron Rodgers, and yes, I understand he makes guys around him better. He always does. But it's a lot easier to make guys around you better when you have talent around you. That's one of the reasons why Tom Brady went to Tampa, because he knew, oh my God, I got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I can make these guys better. These guys are all world. Absolutely. And I just don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to have the talent around him that he needs. So I would fade him. I love Josh Allen at 7-1. We're going to keep making this bet. This is going to come home for us, Chelsea. As far as Brady to win MVP at 9-1, I don't hate it. I worry a little bit because that roster has changed somewhat. But as we've learned through time, whenever you doubt Tommy, he usually makes you pay for it.
Yeah, even though you could use the argument about losing receivers, about Patrick Mahomes. He lost probably the best receiver in the NFL in Tyreek Hill. He's now in Miami. And the way that offense works is you hit Travis Kelce over the middle, and if he's not open, you go deep to Tyreek Hill. I know they've tried to sign guys. They got Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So I will say that the Chiefs have at least done a better job of replacing their departed receiver as opposed to Green Bay, because I don't think the signings that Green Bay has made have really moved the needle for me.
I I just can't believe they serve barbecue pork mac and cheese served in a novelty helmet at the Nashville Sounds game and you're not going. I just want to throw that out there. I'm still sort of thrown off by that.
Oh my
So
God.